Welcome to the Windy City. We are here in Chicago at the 2020 NBA All-Star Weekend. We are going to give you an inside look at all the major events happening this weekend. Billy, you were at the official SneakerBall last night. How was that event?
Hey, the SneakerBall was so awesome, man. People wore all different types of shoes. I'm seeing guys, if you want to see some sneakers that were the best in the world, you should have been at the SneakerBall last night. The Celebrity SneakerBall was totally awesome.
Well, we are here, we're showing you guys all the inside look. Now, Billy, we're here at the NBA crossover events. This is a place where kids get to come interact with their favorite celebrities, get a chance to do some interactive games. What's it like for a kid to come here and have this kind of an experience?
It's like coming to a toy store, right?
Yeah.
It's really awesome to be able to see what the NBA doing with kids, help get them off the street, give them better focus, give them things to do so they can help themselves be a better athlete or just a better person.
Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to show you all the inside scoop right here in Chicago, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Celebrity Sweat. We are here with Zach Lavine, the face, the heart, the soul of the Chicago Bulls.
Appreciate you,
Zach,
man.
it is good to see you, man. How you feeling today?
I feel good, man. You know, it's cold outside, so I'm just trying to stay warm.
Freezing out there. Well, now that we have the All-Star Weekend in the city of Chicago, it is definitely the Windy City, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
What's it like to have the momentum all in the city where you're playing basketball at and where all the eyes are on the town?
Man, it's great. You know, you get to, go out there with the fans. They get to, experience the game because not everybody gets to experience All-Star Weekend. This is my third, and to have it in my hometown, I think is great.
I think it's awesome. Now, you have actually been one of the rare players to be part of the dunk contest champion and part of the three-point contest.
Yes.
What's it like to be part of the festivities, and how do you feel when you're in the moment?
Man, it's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, I'm competitive, so I go out there and, I'm not just going out there goofing around. It's fun, though, and you try to put on a show. Dunk contest, obviously, I'm used to that. Three-point contest, I was pretty good. I just didn't bring home the championship.
You did awesome.
It's all good.
I know you got to keep your momentum up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stay motivated to, to keep yourself to par?
Yeah, you got to pretty much just go and lock in. There's not that many games left after All-Star Weekend, and some people can almost go in vacation mode early. I'm not that type of person. I want to go out there and still put on a show and prove, to the people each and every night that I'm focused.
That's awesome. Now, with you being part of the three-point contest this year, we are dying to know your three favorite things to do in the off season. So not when you're playing, but when the season's over and you're getting ready for the next year, what are your three favorite things to do?
Three favorite things to do. One is go on vacation. Two. Wow.
It's tough.
I like drive. I got a couple old school cars back home in Seattle. I like driving my old school cars around.
That's nice.
Three, probably just hanging out with family and friends. I go up to my parents' house, hang out. They have a lot of dogs out there, so I play with the dogs. I hang out with my girl. We do regular things, man. I'm still young. I'm 24, 25, so I can I can do both grown and young stuff still.
Definitely. Now, when it comes to energy and having the right fuel for the games, for the practices, while you sleep, what kind of if any at all, what kind of a diet do you follow, and what are some foods you focus on having?
Man, I switched it up a lot this year. I got my own chef, and she helped me a lot. Started making me eat a lot more vegetables, cut out a lot of the fatty foods. I'm not going to Chipotle every day. Like I said, I'm still young. I can eat that every once in a while, but I'm not going to 7-Eleven getting Slurpees. Right. There's a lot of things I cut out. It made my body feel a lot better.
So no more deep dish pizza?
Every once in a while I gotta go get me a Pequod's pizza. They're really good, but a lot more healthy foods, a lot of fish, things like that. That's been helping me this year.
Definitely, and now with obviously all the eyes on Chicago for this kind of a weekend, it's a great chance for kids, families, people of all ages and sizes to get together, go hang out at the NBA crossover event, come watch the festivities, Friday, Saturday, and the game Sunday.
Yeah.
If you were talking to kids and you were giving them a few different tips of motivation as they want to become basketball players when they grow up, what would you say to them?
You have to really dive in. If you want to do this, you have to do it for your life. It can't be a hobby. This has to be something that you attack. And you don't have to make sacrifices. You can't be a regular kid. You gotta, not go party, and you gotta sacrifice going up to your friend's house and playing video games because you gotta put the work in. Because in the end result, like you said, you get to be able to do this, and I'm here now, and I can do those things now because I've made it. I'm still in my regiment, things like that. But you have to make it first. You can't take shortcuts.
That's awesome.
And when it comes to training, right? You say, I know you do all your basketball skills too. What about just the body training? To keep yourself up there. Because I know NBA players have a hard time working out because you guys are playing games almost every day.
Yeah.
So how do you stay consistent with just keeping your own self physically?
I lift and stuff too throughout the year. You gotta keep your body strong. I run on the treadmill and I run up and down the court a lot. Obviously playing keeps you in shape, but you gotta keep your body strong. In the off season, I do different things. Me and my dad works me out.
You and your dad,
I do a lot of different plyometric things, stability work to keep my knees and my joints strong. I work in the sand a little bit because it's less impact as well. So I do a lot of different things that try to keep me healthy throughout the year and keep me strong as well.
And how much of your training is strength based, and how much of it is cardio or body weight based? Is there a mix between the two, or does it kind of depend on how you're feeling?
You got to mix it up, or at least for me, I think it's different for each person. But you have to know your body. One person can't do what everybody else does. For me, I section it off to where I do basketball workouts a third of the time. I make sure I have my touch and stuff like that. But I plan it out month by month, and I try not to do too much of one thing and get a mixture of all of it.
Definitely.
If you was to meet yourself, how would you compete?
Oh man, that's a great question. Like if I could play myself like one-on-one, man, I would know all my moves. So I don't know who would win. I'm picking this version of me obviously because man, that'd be a competitive fight. We'd end up fighting probably at the end of the game. Well, that Rocky, punch each other and we're both gonna knock out. So it'll be fun to play myself though.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Well, you guys heard it all right here from the star of the Chicago Bulls, Zach Lavine, and this has been a pleasure. Zach, thank you so much. We had a blast today.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Always a pleasure meeting you.
Zach Lavine, Chicago Bulls.
We got a benefit going on to help raise money for inner city kids, for sports, and guess what? We at the Celebrity Sweat SneakerBall. So get ready to find some of the finest sneakers in the world. And what kind of sneakers? What kind of sneakers are we wearing?
We've got some Adidas.
Adidas.
Adidas black with our hockey socks.
Hey guys, we're here with Wendell Carter from the Bulls. How does it feel to have the All-Star game in your city?
It means a lot. I've only been here for 2 years, but I feel like my second home already. And can't wait to come to the All-Star game to Chicago. It just means a lot. And I'm looking forward to put on for the home team.
And if you could say one classic word to some young basketball players out there that want to do what you're doing, what would you say to them?
First, I would just say, work hard, try to outwork any of your friends or anybody you're going against is outwork them, and stay committed to what you're doing.
And look, we're here at Maker's Mark, and let's walk around the counter and see if they have sneakers on. Let's come on around the counter, let's check them out. Oh, we got sneakers. We got sneakers. Can you tell us about your shoe? Tell us what's going on. We're here at the SneakerBall, and whoever got the finest shoes is going to end up winning a prize tonight.
Yes, well, I had to wear the Chicago Reds today.
Okay.
Yes, comfortable little Nike Hirachis.
So you hear what she said? Chicago Red tonight. That's the Bulls. You know what I'm talking about? And what about your shoe?
They're Jordan.
Oh, we got a pair. Yeah, Jordan's on tonight.
Yeah, and they're gold. They match the gold in the shirt.
Can I ask you guys a couple questions?
Sure.
Can you guys kind of tell us about your TV show and how you like doing it while here in Chicago?
Oh man, we love working in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, for us, Chicago's a part of our show. It's a character in our show, so we love coming to these events and just trying to give back as much as we can, especially to the inner city kids and all of the schools.
And like our show is about fitness, it's about health and wellness. Do you guys eat
any different types of food to keep yourself in super? Because you guys are look
Yeah.
like in super
Let me
shape.
tell you, we're like accountability partners.
Yes, no doubt.
We both, can we say?
Yeah, of course.
We both recently were very moved by this documentary, The Game Changers. So we're new vegans. I actually was a vegetarian before, but now I'm vegan, and he took a huge lead.
Yes.
So we're very health conscious. We both work out a bunch.
Yeah.
When we, our bodies feel good, our lives are good.
And we try to spread that as well. Like, I feel on set, there's this thing called craft service that people aren't aware of, but it's mostly a lot of unhealthy foods. So we've kind of built our craft service to kind of fit our lifestyle, and hopefully it spreads amongst our cast.
And more people on our set are becoming healthy eaters as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we've seen that change over the last 4 seasons.
Okay, guys, we have Otis here. Check out his sneakers. Look at them. Come on down here. Check them out. And like I said, we at the Sneaker Ball, and at the Sneaker Ball, you're gonna find some of the greatest and the best sneakers in the world. Tell us about your shoes, Otis.
Well, simple old, classics. Now we say they're not the hard tops. I call them the soft tops. And they say Sneaker Ball. I'm ready.
See? Classic. Called the classic.
We old school, man. We gotta have classics, man.
That's right. Robert, how you stay fit? You out of the
Well, since I stopped playing, I've gone through a lot of different changes, and lately I've been on a plant-based diet, trying to get used to that, and still trying to play basketball, trying to stay active. When you have a 14-year-old son and you coach his AAU team, you have to stay active.
Right.
So I have to be involved.
Being on a plant-based diet, you automatically felt the difference from the inside out.
I did. I felt a difference on the inside. I really can't say why I feel a difference on the inside because it's on TV, right? So, but I can feel the difference in my body and the things I was doing. It took a while for my body to adjust to it, and I was tired in the beginning, but that only lasted like 2 or 3 days. And next thing you know, I was feeling good, and I was out there, moving and grooving, and everybody could tell that I had lost some weight.
Oh, that's cool. So tell us about the All-Star Weekend. What are you looking forward to seeing, and what are you looking forward to?
This All-Star Weekend is kind of a reconnect for me. So many of my former teammates are here, especially with the passing of David Stern and Kobe Bryant. It seemed like we all wanted to get together because it shows you how quick life can end. So we just want to get together and reminisce a little bit and say, hey, I appreciate the times we shared together, and let's stay in touch.
So let me ask you another question. What do you think the Lakers are going to do this year?
Well, you know what? I think the Lakers, they did something nobody thought they would do and stay pat before the trading deadline. I think it's going to boil down to cutting down the number of people they're playing. In the playoffs time, you got to roll with 7, 8 guys and make sure they're hot and make sure they stay engaged. And it's going to be, I think they got a great chance to win the championship. I know everybody thinking about the Clippers and whatnot, but the championship is definitely coming out of the West.
Well, that's cool. Now, you got some sneakers on. We at the Sneaker Ball, right? So
I got some LeBron James on. LeBron James.
All right, guys, you got some LeBron James on. And like I said again, we here at the Sneaker Ball, and we here at the All-Star Weekend. So you're going to find some of the finest sneakers in the world here at Celebrity Sneaker Ball.
Billy wasn't wrong when he said there were some incredible sneakers at the ball. So after a quick introduction of our top 4 contenders, we put their sneaker dancing skills to the test. And the best sneaker was...
We're here in the Windy City, and we're on the court where I can give Billy a little shoulder here.
You see what he just did?
One of the most fun events out of the entire weekend is the NBA crossover event. This is an event where families and kids and people of all ages and sizes can get together to go meet their favorite athletes, celebrities, and personalities from around the league. Billy, as you were growing up, what's it like to be able to meet your idols like this?
It was a dream. To be able to walk into a place, you dream of being a basketball player or any type of athlete that an athlete wants to be. You see that person come in the room, and the next thing you know, you go, wow, there he is, or there she is. And you go, wow, if they're humans, that means I can do the same thing. I just need the principles and the technique and the skills and to know how to do it. And once somebody like that teach you how to do it, they give you the power to want to go on.
And when you hear something like that from your favorite athletes, what does it make you feel like inside, and how does that initiate you to make that, whoa, that's what I need to do? How does it make you feel like that?
I think your burning desire gets even hotter because you actually get a chance to touch the person, sit down, listen to what they say, and they tell you, you know, you just like me. And if you really want to do it, it's going to take you to do this and that. And next thing you know, a lot of kids start to believe what people say to them, and next thing you know, they're doing what they say, what they told them.
Right. Well, let's hear what longtime professional basketball player for the Miami Heat, Udonis Haslem, has to say about inspiring kids.
I know it sounds like a cliche, but I would say if you keep falling down, keep getting up. Keep falling down, keep getting up. You know, for me, I fell numerous of times in my life. I'm still failing sometimes. I will fail again, but I will never quit. I will continue to push forward, and I will continue to be an example for the guys that follow me and watch me. After 18, 17 years in this NBA, I know people are watching me and people are following me, so for me, it's to set an example for the people behind me. So if you're watching at home, I will probably fail again, but watch how I react to it.
Well, we're here at All-Star Weekend in Chicago, and there's no question the NBA has changed drastically over the years. Billy, the NBA is such a different kind of game nowadays. What do you think, and what have you seen from the NBA nowadays compared to what it was maybe 20 years ago?
Well, you see that a lot of the guys now are starting to weight train. They're starting to do things to keep them to become a better athlete. Outside of basketball, they're doing things to show that they're an athlete in weight training, cardio training, boxing, karate. They're doing a little bit of everything to make their basketball even better.
Now, in terms of players who have changed the game themselves, who are a few guys that you think have actually impacted the NBA to make it its next switch? Who's initiating that next change in the game?
Well, you look at LeBron James. He made a big change.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe Bryant.
That's right.
Another one. Man, they got so many. Tracy McGrady.
That's right.
Another one. They have so many different players out there that's really super good at what they do.
Right.
And they changing the style of basketball.
Definitely. Well, speaking of Tracy McGrady, let's hear what he has to say on how the game has changed nowadays.
Steph changed the game.
Yeah.
Steph, you every so often you'll have a guy that comes in. MJ, of course, changed. Shaq changed the game. And Steph came in and changed the game. He and Klay Thompson just being that they're snipers and just sharpshooters and the greatest shooters that we've probably ever seen in our game. Teams looking at that like, we got to find shooting. Like, how do we compete with these guys that shoot the ball at that level?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to credit Steph for that transition.
It's challenging to devise a strategy against that when anywhere inside of like half the court is essentially range for somebody. It's a challenging thing.
Well, I think what gets missed is that Steph and those guys changed the game, but they don't just settle for threes. Like, they also take mid-range shots. Mm-hmm. You look at a lot of these teams, they're just jacking up threes and they can't shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like, the mid-range game is lost from a variety of players that I think can shoot mid-range. The greatest players in our game still shoot mid-range. Mm-hmm. Kawhi Leonard won championship shooting mid-range. Kevin Durant shooting mid-range. Mm-hmm. Steph and Klay mid-range. So yes, they're great shooters from beyond the arc, but they play the game the right way and they take what the defense is giving. If you're going to give me this mid-range shot, I'm going to take it. It's a high percentage shot. Teams are just jacking up shots and guys can't shoot the ball like that.
Welcome back to Celebrity Sweat. We are here at the Hilton Chicago, right on Michigan Avenue, and we are ready to get the entire city of Chicago healthy and fit with the one and only Mr. Billy Blanks. Billy, you're getting ready to teach soon. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Getting ready to teach a class, guys. Got a bunch of people in there that are really ready to go, and I'm looking forward to getting in there, showing them what it's all about.
It's going to be an awesome time. There's tons of people, tons of excitement. Optimum Nutrition is providing many different samples of snacks, bars, shakes, drinks. It's going to be great. Now, Billy, with the amount of people in there and the different age range, there's kids, there's people that are in the middle age, and then there's a few that, people that are a little older as well, which is great. Talk about what it's like to have all these people together coming for one big mission and one goal to get the city healthy.
I think that's what's important about the workout. You get a chance when you walk through the room, you'll see what the kids in there, you'll see grandmothers in there, you'll see moms, you'll see dads, you see a little bit of everybody, athletes, and to me that shows you that the workout it's for everybody. And you just go at it at your own pace, take your time, watch and see what happens. You're gonna have a great time. And I guarantee you start to find your way into a workout, not just a weight loss program. I don't like to really talk about people losing weight. I like to talk about people finding a program that will help them from the inside out. So then they start to take their body back. Remember I said, take your body back, you own it.
So don't go anywhere, you're gonna wanna see this.
I've been to 106 countries teaching people all about fitness. I started when I'm 11 years old, and then I'm 64 years old now, and I work out all the time. 5, 6, count the beat. 1, count it, count it, count it, count it, count it, go. One more time, go.
We saw you from outside here. Obviously, you were inside of the realm of the virtual reality. Tell everyone what that was like.
Like, you know, being inside of a virtual reality is really awesome because you get a chance to not, you know, if you visualize ever wanting to be a fighting champion or a fighter, virtual reality just right here will give you a chance to step inside of a gym.
You guys might not be able to tell, but Billy actually worked up a little sweat.
Yeah, look.
It was a good workout too.
I was like, look, I think being ready and watching the lights and making sure yourself is alert makes you work hard, get the heart rate up there so you can get a chance. It doesn't matter what age you are. I really believe that young age all the way up to seniors can do this workout and have a great time doing it.
That's all the time we have for our Windy City All-Star edition of Celebrity Sweat. For my pal Billy Blanks, I'm Jake the Trainer. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Celebrity Sweat.